What's going to be the game plan once we get up to this second floor? Are we going to just go around asking people how do we get to the eighth floor? Are we going to have a specific story in mind? I mean, you're going to be leading a lot of this stuff.
This is where it gets a lot harder.
Yeah. I mean, supposedly the second floor is going to be filled with people that don't hate our guts. So this is probably going to be the easiest it's going to get. Well, you know, past the nice two-headed guy back there. Yeah, you are kind of quiet, Alfie. Just for the record.
As has been said, not much I can do about that.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay. So, are we gonna just smooth it up with any random person? Are we gonna try and fix Hilda's problem, or are we gonna avoid her at all costs?
I think avoiding them would be best.
Yeah, that'll be
Sounds
best.
like it would be best.
Yeah, I agree. Let's just stay out of her way.
Alright. So what's the story that we're gonna tell the person that we're gonna ask? We're gonna say we need to get to the 8th floor, but then you're our facilitator. How are we gonna should one of your underlings be asking around saying I need to talk to the facilitators or something like that, since we would be less
That's probably a better idea.
Okay, so who's good at talking?
Because if I'm pretending to be an arch facilitator, I can't ask that. That's too. That's just.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, yeah. So how are we gonna go about this? Am I gonna be saying like, "Hey man, my boss is really riding up my ass here. I need to get up to the facilitators thing, but I forgot which pillar it is. Could you do me a solid?"
Are we gonna let you be the one to talk?
Probably not me.
Somehow that seems like a really bad idea.
As soon as I open my mouth, people just seem to hate me for some reason.
You
I
sound
wonder
like
why.
It's a bad idea.
We've noticed that.
drug addict. Trying to get a fix.
A fix?
I don't think I should be the one either. I'm not very good at talking either.
I go to ask Araya, and then, yeah, Rykor. You seem like a tall, handsome man. Could probably charm your way through a couple people, right?
Sure. You're not my type, but sure.
Not yet. Anyway,
Suppose that
so-
begs the question, you have a type?
It's not important.
Is it by any chance just a wall? Possibly a wall with a face drawn on it.
Is it a pillow?
Not even gonna respond to that.
Just gonna
It's the
walk
shield.
right by.
It's definitely,
It's definitely the shield.
Right, so Bull Guy's gonna be the one to talk. Cool. We should keep Sujin at the very back.
Just
Wouldn't the
saying,
middle
if
be
you
better?
If you ever want to marry your shield, talk to me. We can get it sorted out.
Middle would be better. Oh my gosh, loving where this conversation was headed.
Yep.
Good job.
Good job.
High five.
So as you make your approach upwards, that 20 minutes seems to pass as you find yourself reaching to a point of light that is emitting from the, well, relative ceiling of the hole that you guys are climbing up to. Given the bit of time to reach to it, you find yourselves in the center of a platform. All around, staircases that seem to lead up to this point. and the rest of the room seems to be flooded with darkness aside from the single iridescent sun that seems to light up this entire floor. Looking about, you could even see the shadow of the large hole that seems to go down the center of the spire to your far arbitrary left. The rest of the room seems to be piles and mounds of... you really can't tell. It just seems like mounded shadows, with the occasional lumbering shadow moving in the darkness or against the light that seems to shine in this floor. All too quickly, everyone's senses is assaulted by foul odor and unpleasantries once you finally break the full gap of the floor and make your way fully onto this level.
Assuming since we're not rolling constitution checks, I'm assuming that it's not as bad as Spit was.
No.
Okay.
Should I have to roll a constitution check?
That's disrespectful to the dead.
It's a question, because I mean, like, it seems like that might have been the thing for his race. Alright. So, what do you guys think this is? The latrine? Gym area?
So what does it actually like smell like? You know, vague
Vinegar.
vinegar. I don't know, maybe they're just really bad cooks or something.
Perhaps. Or good cooks, you know, depending on what they're going for.
Depending on who you ask, I guess.
I don't think anyone who's a good cook would try to make something from entirely vinegar.
Depends on the species, you never know. Anyway, so... is Akiyama gonna lead here? Or, like, is Akiyama gonna go around looking at stuff, inspecting stuff, and then Rykar comes along and starts asking people, like, hey, where's the 8th floor? Because I gotta get over there, because my boss is up my ass, and stuff.
I can pretend to make notes and things if that's what you need me to do.
Sure, we can go that route.
Cool.
Too bad we don't have a notebook.
That's where you're wrong. And Akiyama would get out a book and a writing utensil. Get fucked.
Get
Destroyed. Ruined.
What do the rest of us do?
I think we should follow behind Akiyama as if we're, you know, his underlings. While Rykor kind of splits off a little bit. Talks to people.
Okay.
A few of you split off with him.
Oh, it's the worst fucking idea
Some
I've
of
ever
you
heard.
stay with me. I don't think he should go off on his own.
Alright. Well, not like on his own, no, but like kind of just split off like a little bit.
I mean, I'll go with him if you want. Just
Well,
follow
either
behind
way,
him.
we're doing nothing staying here, so let's just go to where the party is.
As you walk.
I'm just picturing a giant being followed by a teeny tiny little kitty just trailing behind him.
Yeah.
It's fine. Let's just keep visual on each other and it'll be alright.
A tiny little kid that has the potential to jump up on his face and eviscerate it. Well, we're not going to talk about that.
Hey.
So, onward.
That was in a dream or something. I don't know. That didn't actually happen.
Go.
As you guys begin to make your way down the circled pyramid-like staircase, you begin to descend into the actual mechanism of this floor. It's strange as you continue to walk. You notice the miniature sun that seems to be on the floor is actually moving and bobbing with your group's movement. And as you make your way to the bottom of the staircase, an identical duplicate seems to appear where you first imagined this sun to be, as it hangs there near the staircase. As the first seems to follow your guys' movement.
Neat.
It's kind of creepy.
And as you continue to move forward, you reach the bottom of the staircase. The ground seems to be that very familiar black, bone-like material that seems to outlay the tower itself. And looking around, you get close enough to see with the light following you guys what these mountains are, which seems to be piles of refuse and trash and whatnot being piled up into mountains on this floor, it seems.
Oh, we're in garbage disposal. That's
Good.
great.
The louder the better.
Yeah, I bet the workers on this floor are going to be so knowledgeable.
Makes you feel a lot different about the statement that the people on this floor are sympathizers with the likes of us.
They're used to dealing with trash. Alright.
So as you guys are moving around, go ahead and make spot checks.
Oh, I have that! I actually have that!
Oh, I have a 10.
Yeah, I have points in it now.
I mean, I could put more points into spot, but then I'm not putting points into profession drawing and profession
Oh
grooming.
my god, get out.
And what's the point?
I'm gonna love if like something comes out and he actually profession drawing is actually the thing that saves the day.
It'll be amazing.
That
would
will be the day
literally-
I kill myself and I quit the game.
I would literally kill my.
So looking about in the darkness
taking
with
you both
the
for
very limited light given to you, with the small miniature sun following you, eventually you start to see shadows accompanied with reflective eyes looking at your guys' movement, though the moment you guys catch like wind of them and look at them, they quickly duck beyond the trash, making sure to keep their faces hidden and their bodies obscured. Riker, you're the first to actually notice that. Actually, Riker, Asheron, and Raya. You're the first to notice. These creatures aren't giants. They seem to be single-headed. And humanoid.
Interesting. Are they like shadowy, kind of?
No. They just
No.
look humanoid, not giants.
Alright, so who's gonna greet them? How?
Alright.
How are you all?
Your voice kind of echoes and lingers in the air on this floor. Though, if it were heard, there doesn't seem to be any visible response reflected in your gesture. Though, you guys do hear the sounds of many pairs of feet rearranging themselves, some making distance, others seeming to bury themselves within the trash, but none of them seeming to move in your direction.
this
Ah.
going?
Let's see. I try undercommon. Hello. Is this your preferred language?
Almost in an undefined unison, or a sweep of the hand, you see these reflective eyes piercing through the trash, encircling all of you amongst all the trash as you speak out. All of the eyes seeming to be watching you as a group.
Nod once if you can understand me in this language. I'm still speaking undercommon. I watch the eyes, see if there's any, up and down.
The eyes seem to be watching you. No real visible movements of nods, but random amounts of blinking. You have their attention, to say the least. Whatever
Is
they are.
there? Can we tell what they're working on or what they were working on?
Piles of rubbish.
You don't see any evidence of real work at all. You just see just mounds of rubbish, yeah.
So do they look to specifically looking at me or the group?
The group.
Okay. So I look to the group. So and I speak in common. So I think the undercommon got their attention.
I think a bunch of strangers coming onto the level may have gotten their attention.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, if you just want to keep trying languages, I can help out with that. But seems like you said, undercommon got him going.
I'm going
I won't
okay.
help you too much of that.
All right.
Please speak the language.
Huh. I try abyssal. Is this better, or should I go back to undercommon?
So as the whispered, harsh tones begin to echo and reverberate out of your diaphragm, the eyes all seem to wink out.
I don't think that is a good choice of language.
And then,
Multiple
with a small
reasons.
amount of time passing, the sound of a hobbled step, followed by a drag, begins to pick up directly in front of you.
I don't like that noise.
Well, I mean, maybe they're sending just an envoy, just to talk to us.
Or it's
Wasn't
Hilda.
Wasn't that big scary monster earlier that made that noise? Do you remember?
Well, it was a boom boom, but I feel like this is more of a hobble instead of just lumbering.
Instead of beatboxing.
Exactly. Not a boom.
Still, I don't like the sound.
It's fine. We're all fine. I'll stand in front.
What
I'll be
about any of this is fine?
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, honestly, this entire place looks like a bit of a trap. There seems to be nothing here that's of any help.
As time passes
haven't
by
talked
with that
yet.
statement, on the
We're
edge
gonna
of your
die.
visible sight, you see a 3-foot tall creature with one large bulbous eye that takes up 30% of his facial mass. The other side seems to be lumbered and mutated. He resembles something more of a child, except hunchback, his skin pale, fingers grown to a unnatural length, and his arm stuck into a permanent wing to his right side. As he lumbers towards you, his foot looking like a mass of meat and doesn't even resemble anything like a humanoid leg, as his left foot moves forward with a hobble, his right dragging against the trash. As he opens with sharp teeth in his mouth. speaking back in Abyssal.
Yay!
Oh, look what you did.
I'm
That's on
sorry.
you. That's on you, man.
This is your fault. No,
Look what you did.
I ain't having none of this.
Be quiet.
You come to our floor of the Forgotten.
Is this Hilda?
Fucking dog.
Yes, we were on our way up and just decided to come to this floor just to check up on a few things. You know, just making sure that you're not entirely forgotten.
The speaker comes to greet you.
Alrighty, alright. Okay, give me one sec. I let my friends know what the speaker is saying in common. So yeah, so this is the person we're gonna have to talk to. As I look to Akiyama.
Any languages other than Abyssal.
I go
Like, you're our translator.
my boss here, Mr. Arch Facilitator, is asking whether you can speak in any other tongue.
The speaker knows all tongues, because the speaker was there when the first tongue was made.
Oh, okay. Then can we just talk in common now, so the rest of my compatriots can hear us?
If that's what you want.
Yeah, I might as well just cut out the middleman, just go straight to the direct.
As he then switches to common. What is it that you need from the Forgotten?
I give it over to you guys.
We look at Akiyama.
That noise said everything. Oh my god.
Poor thing.
Just checking up. Yeah. Checking up on this floor. You see, we were thinking about renovating.
No.
Like, what's the point of having a forgotten floor, you know?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Its form doesn't seem to change as it stands there at the edge of the light. One large eye and iris turning to look at Akiyama, but staying silent.
Yeah. Everything here seems to be what we thought it was. Yep. Checks out. Yep.
Well, boss, this is the right place. If you want to take a quick stroll around, make sure.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds like a plan. I suppose busy myself. Look like I'm doing things.
Roll a deception.
I can do
Bluff.
that. Yeah, stop saying deception, man. Stop it.
Stop it.
You keep tricking me. Roll a 10. Yeah. Good.
Renovating the floor of the Forgotten would be a mistake. Facilitator.
And why is
We-
that?
Forgotten existed long before your kind were birthed from the womb of Crow.
Yeah. And is there any more to it than that, or?
We existed long before the big kin resonated here. This floor is our namesake facilitator.
Well, if that's the case, I would hate to have to go all the way back down to the base floor, and then have to go all the way back up to get all the way to the 8th floor, just to report that. But if you were to know any shortcuts, I'm sure I would be willing to go report that. Maybe even straight to the guard facilitator.
A facilitator not knowing his way around.
It's a forgotten floor. Give him a break.
It is the forgotten floor.
Roll a diplomacy, the -10.
Oh well, diplomacy.
I
and
hope
you
that's
can see your
Akiyama,
minds.
right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I rolled a 3, so that is a 16. That's not great.
It's not great.
Not great.
If an eye like that could narrow, it seems to be emulating something resemblant to what you could imagine a mutant like this could do. A facilitator wouldn't need a forgotten. A forgotten I may be, but facilitators know the purpose that we bring.
That might be so. That doesn't change some of us wanting to change floors anyway. That's why I was sent down. And I'm currently here. And if you'll keep this between you and me, quite frankly, I don't want to be here right now. But if I go back down to the base floor empty-handed, well, they wouldn't be exactly very happy with me. But if I was to have another way to get out of here, then I think everyone would be a bit more happy.
As you get to this point in the conversation, a billowing noise seems to pick up in the distance as trash shadows seem to be flown up into the air as if some large creature just batted it away like a sandcastle in the distance as a mound just vanishes and then sprinkles around across all the trash. Need everybody to make a tumble check.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Of course I rolled a 1.
Oops.
Why,
Oh, fuck.
Why what not?
Oh, fuck. Fuck me. Hang on.
I think I actually have points in. I rolled a 1.
Fuck.
There you go. Finally got
Oh, it's better than I thought it was. Thank God.
Missing one.
Are we?
Sujin.
Yeah,
Oh no, he did roll.
no, we're missing
It's
Akiyama.
up there.
Akiyama,
You
yeah.
always think it's me.
Well, it's
Right.
because the shit. Never mind.
You're new. We got to use you.
It's
It
fine.
looks different than ours, so
Why does mine look
we're
different?
looking under it.
We don't like
at it.
different, okay?
Because your macro is different,
I-
apparently.
Different
I
is
know,
bad.
I know you don't like different.
God dang it!
So with quick dexterity, everyone besides Astron and
Oh, I just got
Akiyama
it.
Oh,
dodge and weave out of the way. As Astron and Akiyama, you're pelted with this trash.
Ow, ow, ow.
I mean, really, what's so different about this from normal?
So...
As you take 20 physical damage
What the fuck?
I don't know.
and partially buried underneath it.
That's great that Akiyama was among that. Okay, so...
Am I close enough to pull one of them out again? Oh, there's a dog. Hang on. I'm sorry. Hang on.
Yeah, I'll start pulling them out if I can.
I do the same. I'll pull out Akiyama and then I'll let Rykor take out the other dude. Asteron.
Yes, I wouldn't really accept it. Spend any more time and isn't necessary.
As you guys start to work on it, you just hear another growl in the distance.
Wonderful.
As you see now the lumbering shape of a shadow just kicking around more of the trash in random directions. As you get to a moment, as your stomachs just tense up and knot, as you see 4 sets of gleaming red hues reflecting against your light source above you, coming from the shadowed silhouette in the distance. And with that, we're going to take a break.
Cool.
I could have just stayed gone.
So, thank you guys for watching. We're going to go ahead and take a 10-15 minute break. We're going to come back after that and continue on with this week's journey up the tower. So, thank you guys for watching. Be back soon. Peace.
Peace. Okay, so we haven't died yet.
Sorry about that, guys.